one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd ask everybody to please remain standing, ask for a moment of silence in remembrance of all those people that lost their lives in the 9/11. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, starting the meeting off here, we got a couple of recognitions. Mark Shelp, our warden, I don't see him here. He's been with us 5 years. We'll make sure he gets this. We appreciate his service. Hopefully he'll give us 10, 15 more years on top of that. And we have Terry Gulick, 20 years of service. Terry, come on up. Thank you very much for your service. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a sentence.
Item number 1.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from August 28th.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve the minutes of the August 28th meeting. All in favor? Aye. Item number 2.
Make a motion to recess the commissioners' meeting up in the salary board at still 9 a.m.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 2, recess commissioners meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Go to the salary board. And we have lots of people present today. So we have Commissioner Hall, Arnold, Warren, Treasurer Miller, we have the Sheriff, Benedict, and we have from the District Attorney's Officer and Chief Detective John Alder. Okay, item number 1.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from August 28th.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve minutes of August 28th. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 2. You can do that. Just read it. Item 2.
I don't know how to do this.
Well, you're gonna learn.
Okay. Motion by me to create 3 full-time, non-union positions for county detective / school resource officers, SROs, Office of the District Attorney, at a per diem rate of $160 per day per year, 6-month probationary period, with benefits according to the government mandated requirement, effective September 11th, 2019, per the recommendation and Marion O'Malley, the
I'll second.
District Attorney.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, a motion by Detective Oliver, second by Commissioner Arnold. Approve item 2 to create 3 resource officers effective September 11th, 2019. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Item number 3.
Okay, number 3. Motion to ratify and create 1 full-time, non-union position of County Detective School Resource Officer, SRO, Office of the District Attorney, at a per diem rate of $160 per day per year, 6-month probationary period, with benefits according to the government mandated requirement, effective August 15th, 2018, per the recommendation of the District Attorney, Marion O'Malley.
I'll second that.
Yeah, motion by Detective Oliver, signed by Commissioner Warren. Approve item 3 to ratify and create 1 full-time, non-union position of school resource officer effective August 15, 2018. Questions or comments? Yes.
Why 2018?
We actually had this person, but for some reason it never made it through the salary board back in August of last year. This is the one that was working at the Elk Lake School. So to correct our documentation, so we have an approved position, we had to put it on. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item number 4.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 4 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, signed by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 4, create 2 full-time union eligible positions of recycling technician at $10.25 per hour, 40 hours a week. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Item number 5.
I make a motion to approve item number 5 on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 5 on the agenda, to eliminate the position of Assistant Processing Manager per the recommendation of Recycling Coordinator Jennifer Hibbard. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Item 6.
I'd like to make the motion as presented on the
minutes of the meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Sheriff Benedict, second by Commissioner Arnold to create 2 full-time union eligible positions, security guards, $13 an hour, 40 hours per week, 6 months probation, effective September 11, 2019. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Item number 7.
I'll make the motion to eliminate the 4 part-time union eligible positions as presented here on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Sheriff Benedict, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 7, eliminate the 4 part-time union eligible positions, security guards. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item number 8.
Yeah, again, that's number 8. I'd like to make the motion as presented on the agenda.
I'll second that.
This is motion by Sheriff Benedict, second by Commissioner Arnold to eliminate 1 deputy sheriff position. I want to request that we make a amendment to that position of the Act 13 position. We had 1 sheriff's position that was created with Act 13 funding. That's the one we're going to need to eliminate. So Sheriff, are you fine with that change?
Yes, I am.
Commissioner Arnold, are you fine with that change?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hearing that, any other questions or comments? Yes.
Does the addition of the security guards enable you to eliminate that deputy position?
It does. That still leaves us 1 opening for another full-time deputy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8. Let's see what number 9 is there. Number 9.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 9 on the agenda, set the salary for the children and youth solicitor to $36,000 per year. Part-time hours varied, 6 months probation period, non-union benefits according to the government mandated requirements and county policy manual. Questions or comments? Yes.
What was the prior salary?
It was a long time ago, it was $24,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Any public comments to the salary board? Hearing none, item
Make a
2.
motion to close salary board and return to the commissioners meeting at 9:06.
Mr. Chairman, can I be excused?
And
I'll second that.
Yes, you can. Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, close the salary board, return to the commissioners meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you guys can leave unless you want to stay for the whole thing.
Thank you, guys.
Are you gonna be up there? All right, I'll come to your item.
Okay, now return back at 9:07. Okay, item number 3.
Make a motion to approve item number 3 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 3 on the agenda, ratify and approve the following cash disbursements, electronic payments. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so carried. Item 4.
Make a motion to approve item number 4 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 4 on the agenda, ratify and approve the following seminar requests and or payments for seminar requests. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item number 5.
Make a motion to approve item number 5 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 5 on the agenda to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the District Attorney's Office, Montrose Area School District, and Susquehanna County to establish procedures for county detectives, school resource officers at a per diem rate of $160 per day, at least 187 days, not to exceed $33,291. And that, there's a mistake in that. It is not a per diem rate. It's just a flat fee.
Okay.
Flat fee of $33,291.
291, 33, okay.
Yeah, it's a flat fee.
I'll second that with the change made.
Commissioner Warren, are you fine with the changes?
Yes.
Okay. Questions or comments? Yes.
When was that effective?
The school board passed it Monday night. So my understanding is they're gonna put 1 in each school. So we've created the positions in the salary board. We've approved the agreement here, and once we get the signed agreement back from the district, then they can take and move forward with putting people in.
Is this right though? I mean, the salary board, it's the per diem itself.
Yeah, because that's what they're getting paid, that's right. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Item number 6.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 6 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 6, to acknowledge the transfer of Michael Shishnick from the non-union part-time position of County Detective Substitute School Resource Officer to the open full-time position of County Detective School Resource Officer of the District Attorney, 6-month probation, and effective date to be determined by the District Attorney. Questions or comments? Yes.
Are these resource officers armed?
Yes.
Good, thank you.
Yes. Not only are they armed, but they're also armed with tasers as well as weapons.
Is the first name Michael spelled correctly in this? It's not the traditional spelling of Michael?
I don't know, I'll find out. We will check.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 7.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I make a motion to approve item number 7 on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve item 7 on the agenda, ratify and approve the hiring of Maverick Harding of Factoryville to the open part-time union eligible position of corrections officer, per the recommendation of Warden Mark Schultz. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 8.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 8 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 8 on the agenda, ratify and approve the termination of Maverick Harding from the position of part-time corrections officer effective September 6th. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item number 9.
Make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 9 on the agenda, ratify and approve the termination of Amanda Moffett from the position of part-time corrections officer effective August 28, 2019, per the recommendation of Warden Schultz. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 10.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 10, ratify and approve the hiring of Tricia Franks of Halsted to the open part-time union position of corrections officer, per the recommendation of Warden Schultz. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 11.
Make a motion to approve item number 11 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 11 on the agenda, ratify and approve the hiring of Lawrence Rudock of Halsted to an open part-time union position of corrections officer, per the recommendation of Warden Schultz. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 12.
Make a motion to approve item number 12 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 12, to ratify and acknowledge transfer of Darlene Sheridan from position of First Deputy Register and Recorder and transfer to the open full-time union eligible position of Administrative Assistant to Juvenile Probation. What?
Only the resignation is per the recommendation of,
Right,
I mean, the transfer comes out of,
right,
I don't know.
right,
I'm all confused.
right. There's no recommendation out of the Register and Recorder. The transfer should say at the end, transfer per the recommendation of the President Judge. Is everybody fine with that change?
I'm fine with that.
All right, questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 13.
Make a motion to approve item number 13 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 13, to ratify and approve the regret the resignation of Eric Donovan from position of full-time corrections officer. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 14, ratify and approve the regret the resignation of Vincent Charmani from the position of corrections sergeant effective September 25th. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
15.
Make a motion to approve item number 15 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 15, to ratify and approve the transfer of Joseph Igo from the position of part-time corrections officer to the open full-time position of full-time corrections officer. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
16.
I make a motion to approve item number 16 on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to ratify and approve the hiring of Arleta Smith of Montrose to the open full-time union eligible position of caseworker 1, $17.50 per hour, effective September 5th, in our children and youth. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
17.
Make a motion to approve item number 17 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 17 on the agenda, approve the transfer of Emily Gall from the full-time position of corrections sergeant, shift commander, to the open full-time union eligible position of caseworker 1, for the recommendation of children and youth. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. I make a motion to approve item number 18 on the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve item 18 on the agenda, ratifying and acknowledge transfer of Luann Myers from position of second deputy recorder of deeds to the open full-time position of first deputy recorder of deeds, for the recommendation of Michelle Esbrook, register recorder. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 19.
Make a motion to approve item number 19 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 19 on the agenda, approve the transfer of William Darrow from job title assistant processing manager to recycling technician at current rate benefits according to residential bargaining unit, for recommendation Jen Hibbard. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Number 20.
I make a motion to approve item number 20 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 20 on the agenda, ratify and approve the resignation of Mark Dormerfall from the position of solicitor for children and youth, effective September 6th. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 21.
I make a motion to approve item number 21 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 21 on the agenda, approve the hiring of Jennifer McCambridge of Scranton, PA, to the open part-time non-union position of solicitor for children and youth services at a salary of $36,000 per year, with a 6-month probation, benefits according to the government mandated requirements. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
22.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 22 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 22 on the agenda, approve the hiring of Sabrina Brooks of Binghamton, New York, to the open union net eligible position of part-time corrections officer. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
22.
23.
23.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 23 is listed on the agenda.
That one too.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 23, ratify acknowledge the resignation of Felicity Grunwald from the position of establishment specialist court liaison effective September 5th for the president and judge. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 24.
I make a motion to approve item number 24 on the agenda.
Per the recommendation of assessment
Director.
director, Sarah Proof, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that added, please.
For the recommendation.
You are seconding the motion?
Yes.
Okay, item 24, motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to ratify and approve the termination of Brian Tribal from the union eligible position of field appraisal trainee for the recommendation of the assessment director, Sarah Proof. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 25.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 25 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 25 on the agenda, approve the hiring of Danielle Michalski.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Montrose, PA, to the open part-time union eligible corrections officer. Per the recommendation of Warden Shelp. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. 26.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 26 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve 26 for the purchase of two 2020 Ford Explorers by Children and Youth Services at the Co-Star's purchase price of $31,144 each, for a total of $62,288. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 27.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 27 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 27, to approve the purchase of a 2024 transit van using Act 13 funds for the coroner's office at a CoStar's purchase price of $41,997. Questions or comments? Just so everybody knows, all these vehicles are getting ordered. We won't take delivery till probably December or January. All in favor?
Aye.
28.
Make a motion to approve item number 28 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 28, and a purchase of service agreement with Concerned Professional Service for Children and Youth and Families, Fleetwood, PA, provide child welfare services for children and youth at a per diem rate of $211.60, per the recommendation of Children and Youth Director Michelle Graziano. I'll see a date on this one. First day of July, so July 1, 2018, and through June 30th, 2019.
July 1, 2019.
July 1, 2018 through June 30th, 2019.
Yes.
And you're okay with those changes?
I am.
Okay. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so carried. 29.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 29 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve 29, acknowledge transfer of Frank Mulligan from part-time security guard to full-time security guard, union eligible 40 hours per week. For the recommendation of Sheriff Lance Benedict. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 30.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 30 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 30 on the agenda to acknowledge the transfer of Walter Meany from part-time security guard to full-time security guard, 40 hours per week, current rate of pay, for the recommendation of Sheriff Lance Benedict. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
31.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 31 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 31 on the agenda to approve proclamation 2019-18 September as Recovery Month in Susquehanna County. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. 32.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 32 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 32, approve proclamation 2019-19 September as Suicide Prevention Month in Susquehanna County. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 33.
Make a motion to approve item number 33 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion 33, motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve proclamation 2019-20 September as Emergency Preparedness Month in Susquehanna County. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
34.
Make a motion to approve item number 34 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 34, to approve proclamation 2019-21 September as Hunger Action Month in Susquehanna County. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 35.
Make a motion to approve item 35 on the agenda to open
Second.
an award.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Warren, to approve 35, open award upon review of the solicitor to seal bids for the restoration project in a large courtroom. Okay, well, we only have one bid.
Wow, really?
One bid. Yep, Champion Builders, and price of $178,192. We'll send it down to the solicitor for review.
What's that price again?
178, 178,192.
What kind of renovation work are you planning to do in the large courtroom?
Okay, so on the entire ceiling needs to be encapsulated with new sheetrock without changing the visible dynamics of the ceiling, as well as there's trim on the one side that is rotted that needs to be custom built and replaced, as well as the walls need to be patched, and then the entire room will be painted. And that is pretty much all of that.
What about the murals that are painted on the wall?
That's something where we're trying to figure out how we're gonna paint around them or get them repainted. Yeah, that's a big issue. At the same time, our maintenance department will replace all the carpeting. The benches will get new padding and seating. The judge's bench area will get redone. His bench is not part of the area of the courtroom, actually. It's all Formica and laminate, so it's coming apart, so his bench will get replaced. Will also mean that there'll be moving of the rails up there. The railings have to get moved to become ADA compliant for the witness box, because the witness box is not ADA compliant. So that all has to get done. So, and then that is the next to the last room in the courthouse to be done. The only room after that will be courtroom 2. And then all the rooms will have been renovated. Any other questions, comments? Bill Bain.
Yesterday at a meeting with NRCS and the Conservation District, question came up of the Ag Easement Board, whether it's fully staffed. And nobody seemed to know.
It is not.
It's not.
I think, didn't we send letters out or something on that one? Or was that a different
That
one?
was the Conservation District
That's
directors. We're working on getting people to fit the criteria as stated by the state.
Any other questions or comments?
I guess I'll comment that there was a meeting between NRCS and the Conservation Board, and I sit on the Conservation Board and didn't know about it. Okay. Next comment would be, given that it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, Saturday, September 28th, at 6 p.m. out here on the green, there will be a Hope and Remembrance Candlelight Vigil put on by the Susquehanna County Commissioners and Advocacy Alliance. And I'd also, since it's Emergency Preparedness Month, Code Red, through our Emergency Management Department, there's big billboards around the county. Sign up for Code Red to get alerts regarding severe weather and road closures. And the other thing is the hotline for the drug and alcohol crisis number has been changed. And it is 570-767-9411. And that number will be answered by someone as opposed to going to a recording,
No, so they fixed
pause
that.
for music, and
So
then
they
an
fixed it.
answering service and told to, we'll call you back.
Yeah, it was, we found out that our crisis hotline was a number to a recording and to, so, thank you, Commissioner Warren, for jumping on that and taking care of that and getting that taken care of. One thing we didn't do is we didn't approve this. I guess our miscellaneous compensation schedule, I guess I can ask for a motion to approve the change. The change in the miscellaneous compensation schedule is that we've added election day assistance at $100 a day with $25 for travel. And those people will be people that will be working to assist the office.
And what's this?
That's something that's always been there. That's something different.
It's the same.
And that's something that had nothing to do with that. I'm not sure what that
Okay,
is.
I'll make that motion because I know what the election day assistant is, but I'm not
Right.
sure about that other one.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. All right, so we have that done. Just a couple things I wanted to bring up. I just met with the coroner before this meeting, and I mean, I even hate to say it, but I'm gonna knock on wood several times here. He has not had any overdose deaths in the county so far this year, which is quite a difference from the year before of 13. So, not to say that the drug issue still isn't there. There's a lot of Narcan being used in the county. Unfortunately, not all first responding units are reporting what they're using, so we can't get a handle on how many people have been Narcaned and how many people haven't. So I know there was one yesterday, I believe in Halsted, a Great Bend area, that got Narcan to bring him back. So, but definitely has done some good work. Hopefully now somebody will figure out how to fix the rest of the problem instead of just trying to Band-Aid it like they have. So, the other thing that I want to bring up at this meeting too is I want to announce too that we've been working on trying to get a public meeting with PennDOT and the elected officials and our legislators, and it looks like right now PennDOT has agreed to have a meeting, a public meeting, as well as 2 out of the 4 legislators. I'm still waiting for answers back on the other 2. So the date of that will be October 24th, and we're working on the venue right now. We're hoping that we can do it at the Montrose High School in the auditorium so that people can attend. It'll be from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night so that everybody will have the opportunity, unless you work second shift, but then they can attend. So, of course, the whole issue is about the roads in the county and what's being done, and you know, I think it's important that we get the players to the table that can make the decisions and are part of the decisions in the process, instead of the commissioners always trying to scream and yell and pound their hands on the table to get roads fixed. It's time that, you know, everybody can get together and understand what the problem is, what's being done to fix it, and what PennDOT's doing, and also what our legislators are doing. So again, it'll be October 24th, and hopefully at the Montrose High School. I just got to go online and fill out their facility use form. You know, hey, what can I tell you? It was a hell of a lot easier for them to get SROs than it is for us to use their school, right? So, so we have that going on, and you're going to hear some comments too about you know, the resignation of our solicitor from Children and Youth and the hiring of the new solicitor. The solicitor that was there resigned with regret. He's also the solicitor for, does work for our Domestic Relations Department, and also is the Assistant District Attorney, and also has a private practice. So it just got to be a little bit too much with all those agencies trying to represent everybody and too many conflicts. The person we are hiring is specialized in special victims and dealing with children. Unfortunately, the local bar association has reared its ugly head as to that we should have asked their permission first. And of course, we don't answer to the local bar, we answer to the taxpayers of the community. And when the local bar wants to show some respect back this way and work with the county commissioners and the courts here, and not make a circus out of things in the courtrooms and what they do, then we'll be more glad to have a conversation with them. Yes.
Are the members of the local bar elected by the voters in Susquehanna County?
The local bar, I think they just join, it's just a local bar and that's it. Yeah, maybe they should be. So anyway, so that's that. Talked about the opioids, talked about the roads. You know, today is 9/11. You know, in your own way, I hope you take time out to remember all those people that were lost on that horrible day. So.
And there is the beautiful service tonight down at Danny Crispin's Park. That's from 6 to 7 this evening in South Montrose, PA.
So with that, any other questions or comments?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.